Namaste. Namaste. It's not hot. It's getting quite cold, but still warm. But let us dive deep in a hot subject. Days are getting cold, so we have to speak about something very hot. And divine hottest is divine sexuality. There's nothing hottest in divine consciousness, not consciousness of this world. In this world, there's nothing beautiful too much about sexuality of this world. And as many awaken to spiritual seeking, searching, they let go of sexuality because they are teaching sexuality is cause of everything. And on the lower stages, one is advised to think it even as something bad. And in this world, actually, yes, all the drama, even criminal behavior, so much pain sexuality is causing. So many people, when they hear divine sexuality, they think, oh, this must be something of the devil. What is this? Sex is cause of everything bad in this world. Even wars are fought and people go insane, and many women are abused and victim of uncontrolled sexuality of men. Actually, sexuality is the highest form of divine expression, communication, sharing of love, but we are in 3D world, perverted reality when everything is upside down. What is most beautiful becomes most ugly and most painful because of karma, because of lust, and actually, as male and female energy are separated in this universe, in higher dimensions still united, because enlightened consciousness and ascended consciousness, and in two bodies, one. We all are one. But in this world, separation, and in separation, in the matrix, mind rules over the heart. Mind is masculine, heart is feminine. So same happens in this world. Male and female energy and men and female become disconnected. Everything is disconnected from God, from love. So as in 3D mind rules over the heart, so male energy started to rule over feminine energy. And because there's no connection in divine connection, lust appeared, which is that perverted call for union. It's something that is created for survival in 3D. It is ensured that men are lusty and even women, so sex will go on. Lust is nothing. Divine sexual lust is nothing. What is in ascended consciousness is present, even though you are highly divine sexual being. Don't kill your sexuality. Lust is that perversion that creates all the suffering in this world that is seen in sexuality. Porn industry is all about lust of man. It's just lust. Lust is directed towards men and their lust. And there are now many new artistic productions which are actually creating tantric, divine sexual art. Not so much, but rising to show the truth from the heart of those who love. So even this is changing. Even their light is infiltrating. And I want to speak about this, yes. tantric masters and tantric union, because we all are heading there. Tantra is material becoming spiritual. It's not letting go of sexuality, but making it most divine. Tantra is actually not actually about sexuality only, about everything, to seeing this world as heaven and not see spirituality and matter, physical life and spiritual life separated. So sexuality is just one part of Tantra, but in West, everybody thinks Tantra is only about sexuality, but no. Tantra is actually what we are doing now. We are uniting spirituality and matter, heaven and earth. So we all are actually tantrics in action now. We are not going anywhere. We are ascending with planet Earth. Spirit and matter. Love is returning. Lust is separation. And in lust, men rule with lust over women. You can see in this world. Sexual industry, porn industry is all about women as object. And many men have in this world women as objects, so they brag with that women. And women like to be objects also in this crazy time, in this degraded time. So many women. Isn't it true? Not you, divine goddesses, but you can see around you. And even if you see Hollywood and music industry, men are decent with decent clothes, acting normal, but women always have to, like she's trying to have sex with somebody. So this is this world. When lust of man controls divine feminine, puts her down. And from there all suffering comes out. Criminal things like prostitution, and even more criminal when their girls are kind of abducted and forced into prostitution, complete degradation and terror against divine feminine on so many forms. From very degraded, organized criminal behavior like I just mentioned, and up to just men in marriage acting like woman is their slave and I'm the man, it's a man's world. And when they are lusty, woman has to have sex. And women control men many times with their sexual organ, no, with their charms. Actually, seduction is one of the demons. So it's all about lust in this world. And lust creates all the suffering. All the suffering. And both sexes are playing that game. Men more, but in these times it's getting equal. But lust is that cause, and lust is not love. And then there's sexual attachment and controlling with sexuality and attachment, and again suffering comes out of attachment. So karma. So in this world sexuality isn't so beautiful if you look at how it is in general. And if it is, there's no more of this world, it's divine sexuality. As it has to be, because it has to be beautiful. It was meant to be most beautiful. Lust. I want to speak a little bit about lust. Physical need of men. They have to let it out. After a few days, they go crazy. That's not normal for human being, actually. Doctors will tell you this is normal, but no, this is just product of degradation and programming of human beings in the way we should not be. So lust comes out of that. And many men are masters and deal with their lust alone, but some men cannot, and they have to run after women and like they are pieces of meat when they feel lusty. Man who can take care of himself until he has this need, he will become a master and he will subdue this. But the man who is crazy and always has to run after women until his need is met, he finds the piece of meat. That man has a long road to go, you know. So that's why in the process of yoga and tantra they teach you, it's actually with meditation, with not running after women, but also not forcing yourself to keep in. Just take care of yourself and do the process, meditate with purpose and intention, and one day you are to make it. In March this year I succeeded that my dragon stopped being needy, and from that time I have it under control, but I'm under celibate since 2013, 12, for my divine reasons. If I would choose, I would not be, because girls always want something. And in years I never forced that thing in myself. When it was too hard, man got to do what man got to do. What's there? No problem. It's you get sick if you don't, because it's the physical need. But I was doing my meditation. I was not running after girls, really being strict, but having no problem following the biology, not forcing myself into nothing. And just by intention and by spiritual practice and pure heart, I achieved that there's no more physical need for me to ejaculate semen. But what I gained from that point on is being always divinely sexually charged and always feeling that divine sexual union all around us and always full of that. And but lust never controlled me like that I would have to run against a woman, after a woman and like this, and just man gotta do what man gotta do, no problem, I have no shame. Until you have to do, nobody should force himself. And just by a lot of meditation and being true to myself and having that desire to conquer that need, it happened. It happens also when sacred sacrificial oil passes. When you are 1 month free, but you have to go natural. This is for men, when they are 1 month without ejaculating semen, the oil rises, and this is real true enlightenment already when this happens. And from that point, usually sexuality becomes controlled. It's no more lust. It's divine. You see a woman and you are divine sexually aroused. You don't need to do anything after. It's just divine. And it's how it should be. Because under lust, man has need and he has to fulfill this need. You understand? And even if a woman is not in the mood to make love, he will poke her and me and act offended and all crazy until he gets his. And emotional trauma is built up with this behavior. It's kind of everything what is against your will and somebody pushes in you is violation, and sexual violation is called rape. So it's a very subtle rape what men are doing when they need. Goddess will tell you if she needs something. You don't have to tell her that she needs now. Hey, you like it, you want it, no. And actually, go in a bathroom and do what you have to do and go to sleep. What's your problem? Really, because this is a respect. I don't understand how two people can be together and if a man wants to have sex and girl is not in the mood, he has to push it. That's not love. It's just putting himself and his lust above sacred love. And that's why all the drama unfolds after, because it builds up emotional trauma. You know, man's lust controls women even if they don't like. Especially if they are married, this is common. You know, but even in the constitution of every civilized state, you have written that it is a rape if you have sex in matrimony against the will of both partners. So this lust and human beings being controlled by lust is cause of all sexual trauma and drama and pain that you see in this world. Now imagine a man who achieved that state, natural state of no more need, that he have to get it and have to spit it out. Seeing a goddess as divine in respect, there's no more he has to be pleased by her, he need pleasure, but there is something opposite in divine sexuality. Man wants her pleasure only. And if she don't want pleasure, what will he do if he lives for her pleasure? He will please her if she likes. And divine tantric master is always sexually charged. There's no problem, even if you go 3 months without. You can go on like you never before in a second. You're in that state. And goddess, she's mysterious. She wants it something sometimes, sometimes not. And a master is always ready, even if she is not ready for 3 months. So it becomes something sacred. And not abusing and fulfilling lusty need on a goddess, but being there, fully hot and divine sexually charged, to please her, not to blow something out, some smoke, but to blow her in heaven while you keep it in. Sorry if I'm too direct, but how else to explain it? Girls do not feel abused because such man sees her as a goddess, because realization comes. Every man comes from divine womb, from that sacred organ. They don't respect the flowery gate when every man and woman came out, and every god, every incarnation of God, every angel on earth, everyone, every great man and woman, even Jesus Christ came out of Yoni. And Divine Master respects, so how can he use Goddess and her womb of creation for his own pleasure because he needs something? You know, there is completely different consciousness, a sacred, divine consciousness of honoring, pleasing, worshipping divine womb of your goddess. And if she doesn't feel like, if she don't want, there's no question. That there's no lust in such a man. You know, they're real men. And everybody is a real man even if he is not on this state, if he just can respect will and sacred desire of a woman, of a goddess. If she wants to make love, she wants. She will not say, I don't want, if she don't want. That's why women have to have so many headaches, and even that men don't respect. Well, I was never like that. I was never like that. I was born blessed with something beautiful, to respect all girls. I made love of only in 3 relationships which were sacred to me, although a lot of suffering. I never had one night stand and these things. And even now, especially last years, I have to sometimes, especially in a city when I play flute, I have to walk away. I have to act like I don't care, you know. Especially since I was highly awakened, and especially when I reached enlightenment, I cannot anymore. Even before I was controlling myself, now I see how it is. First of all, I'm here for Divine Goddess, to rise Divine Feminine, and the truth and the wisdom about how to respect Divine Feminine and glorify her, like in my poems. Put her on a throne so she can put men equal to her, to say sorry about all the abuses that men did. I'm here for that. So how can I, for my own pleasure, be with some girl that wants it now? First of all, she will get attached, and I'm a man who is free of attachment and allergic to karma and all these things, and I would never do it, but I would get attached, she would suffer, and I would cause pain to a goddess. I know my level, I know their level, I see, you know. And in this world, it's not like Pleiadians and Syrians, where love is just love, and we are one love, and we make love, no problem. We are free of attachments also, free of karma, free of all these illusions of this world, free of sexual games. Just here in this world, if you are on higher level, especially if you're a master and you entangle with some girl, you get heavy karma. You will suffer and she will suffer. And no master doesn't want that, you know. Like, I know I don't want to hurt a girl. I'm rather celibate for years, even though I highly developed sexual and I love to see beautiful goddess, you know. And I don't want karma, I don't want these things. And I have my goddess across the sea, like Krishna has Radha, and actually she the only one in my heart, but we all are one love. But I don't know, I'm beyond these things, even monogamy and all these things. But I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything with girls that are interested, because if I don't say I would not, if somebody would be enlightened, free of karma and free of all these games, free of attachment. And just like in Pleiadia and in Syria and in Radha Krishna stories, just making love in the moment now, sacred love. But I see energy, so I am celibate still, but sincere. So, actually, what is also the science? Why men and women are running after lust in this world so much? Because actually, within the orgasm, within that intense sexual pleasure, they feel the moment now. Only then they feel united with their feminine and masculine part. In that, especially in orgasm part, they feel that, and that's why they are running after that. So they are actually subconsciously running after something spiritual. They want it so much and they go crazy. But when you are always in now, you are always in that divine sexual passion of creation, ready, seeing the beauty, seeing hot and divine everywhere. You're not running after, you are the divine sexuality yourself. You're full of it. The Radha Krishna story is very funny. Huh? These girls, Krishna has had 108 girlfriends. And these girls were all married and they were suffering with their husbands because their husbands were of this world. They were not treating them nice. They were subdued. They were like this. And none of them was happy at home. But when at night they came with Krishna, it was only time when they were happy. Nothing was wrong. And the man was one, and they were 108 of them. How is this possible? But they were all suffering with this man at home because men were controlling them, a little bit maybe abusing them. They were above them. They felt like slaves. They felt like this. And Krishna loved them in the moment with no attachment, with no need, with no conditions, just giving sweet love and receiving sweet love. And they had no attachments, no conditions. They did not, how to say, think he is only mine. Yeah, he would think she's only mine. And they were best friends, 108 of girls who were in love with the same man. They all were married. And they never fought between each other and never with him. But at home with their men always. Because men did not respect them as one man respect them all. Hey, if that kind of love comes, I have no problem. But people want attachment and condition and games and all. But I want freedom and peace. This is first. But telling you the truth as it is, 108 girls were happy with one man, and they were best friends as they were with that man. And in their sacred marriages at home, which was not so sacred, they were suffering like anything. That's why many get confused, because that highest cream part of the Vedas, Radha Krishna story, is not much put out because nobody would understand. What is this? One man with 108 girls. Religious priests condemn in the West and everything. But it is written. On the beginning of the scripture, it is written. If your love, and if you have lust of this world, and if your concept of love is of this world, do not read this book. You will make offense. You will see only your own lust in it. And you will translate everything according to your lust. It is a warning there in the beginning. This is not for everybody. This is cream of the scripture. And all people who see this and get it like this and condemn it, they actually condemn in their own lust. Because they see sexuality of this world. And they see something completely outrageous, something completely unholy. But those who love, they know. They understand. It's just so extreme presentation because it has to be so extreme to show that in marriage with one man, woman cannot be happy. But if the love is sacred and in respect for Goddess and in honor and for her pleasure, and not wanting she from him nothing and he from her nothing, just being in sacred love, 100 girls can be happy with one man. It's just to show that extreme point. How divine love can be even in such situation, heaven, and love of this world in one-on-one hell. And that's why it's written, don't read these stories if you have lust of this world. This is only for masters. It's the literature which one should not read with lust and all these things. Cannot control his sexuality. It will make it worse. But if this video resonates with you, you can read that also. For sure. So, because they had no attachment, no need, no controlling of anybody, no playing games, no jealousy, no envy, no thinking somebody is first, somebody is last, somebody is greater, he's above them, they were just one love. And they loved each other in that moment that they had when they ran away from home every night. Because that love was divine and there was no drama, only heaven in that love, although it broken all the rules so extremely of this world and religion and everything. And that love in marriage, which every of them girls was married, was of this world full of conditions, attachment, degradation, abuse, and it was hell. So let us go back 5,000 years ago. Sexuality is actually what it is, divine sexuality, actually. Divine sexual union is actually. I only want divine sexuality. I don't want sexuality of this world. It's heavy, it's annoying, it's disturbing, it's putting burdens on your back. It's nothing nice. But divine sexuality, enlightened man and enlightened woman, one with their higher self, with their source self, in their true divine being, as above, so below. They unite. It's a passion of creation. It's art. It's like going dancing, no lust. It's art. It's expression of love, divine love, worshipping the divine temple of God and Goddess embodied, two bodies. And actually, it's divine meditation in which two who feel sacred love, or 108, no problem, feel and experience. They are both deep trance of divine love, one with their higher self, with their source self, being the God that they are above and Goddess, and experiencing the moment of creation where that I am the source falls in love and opposites unite, and in explosion creation starts to expand. They actually experience something highest, mystical experience, source experience, experience of love that created everything, that sparked this universe. It's nothing of this world. It's union of beings who are sacred, pure, enlightened, free of this world. And experience is nothing of this world. Free of lust, free of need, free of man being above, woman being below, or anything. Just art of creation and passion of creation. Divine love. I am a realized tantric master, yes, but I don't want no sex. Garden of Eden is this what Master of Love wants. Nothing else. And Goddess is too sacred to cause her pain. And I'm too sensitive for her to play the game. I'm not of this world. But I'm highly divine, sexually charged every moment. And you all goddesses are so sexy. I see your soul sexy, your body sexy, all sexy. Like God and Goddess, be blessed in the name of all sexy. And remain sexy, not of this world. Purify your lust. All the process of enlightenment, awakening is about rising. For men, rising your brain from the dick, from the sex chakra into your heart. And women also. Stop thinking with this head. Feeling. Rising. Lust. Transform it into divine love. Become divine gods again in human form and make divine love like in Garden of Eden, like it was supposed to be in the beginning. It's now it is to be in the end. And opposites are uniting in passion of creation. That's nothing of this world. So I get disturbed when men think of me and my sexual expression something as their lust. No, 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 your lust stinks to me. I don't want it. This is something else. You have to eat your protein and do your, baby, don't, you're a little boy. This is not for you. This is for men who grown up 3 times. And Jedi masters who want to do so, not for lusty men. In this world, men abuse women, she's down, but divine sexuality is about worshipping the goddess in act of passion, of creation, in true love. Love of God, divine experience, most divine experience, as I said. So I hope I made you hot, sexy, and divine, and charged on fire, and that you're burning in passion of creation now because this was intention, divine sexual activation. Be blessed always. Never lusty, but blessed in divine love and always sexually charged as I am. It's beautiful, it never ceases, it never needs nothing. Just is like divine passion is everywhere, especially now, not so much seen, but in spring you can see how goddess and God are making love everywhere. Now she's going to sleep, she said, it's enough. I've been to heaven 144 times, you put me there, now let me go to winter, a little bit sleep, and we start passion of creation again in spring. Little rest. Okay, be blessed and stay divine sexual. We are divine sexually, hot and charged in passion of creation, but we are not lusty of this world. And I bless you to be like that. You know, may your sexuality once again becomes divine so we can return the Garden of Eden, where sexuality is cause of the highest joy, bliss, happiness, because it's in innocence and purity of children, white, and only cause of heaven, and in this world sexuality causing only hell because of lust. Lust never controlled me, even when this body was under control. So may all be blessed to get free of their lust and transform it into divine love. So what was perverted into most ugly can again become most beautiful. And this is divine sexual union, as it was meant to be. That's why in this universe, source separated into masculine and feminine, so it can enjoy divine union of opposites. And let us all be blessed to be united within and unite with our sacred partners outside, and our divine union only be source of pleasure and joy and heaven in our lives. No more hell. But we have to become angels. We have to conquer our lust before. In love. Transform it into divine love. We have to do it before so we can make divine love. That's why I stayed celibate so long. Not because I wanted to be monk and I believe sex is something evil. No, I just see how everything is multidimensional, and in this world it's get perverted. We have to rise our sexuality back to heaven. Lust cannot go with us. It's divine love. Ra is that thing in your heart. And in your heart, every man respects a goddess and would never do anything to her that is not best for her, for his pleasure. If she wants it, she will say. If not, there's no need. It's always that sexual charge, which is divine, spiritual, never lust. So it's about controlling your lust from the heart, not being controlled by lust. And we are doing that if we are not running after our lust. We also not go against our nature, biology, but we are not running and we are doing our spiritual thing, our meditations, our everything, and we have purpose to become divinely sexual. One day it will happen. But if we are running after our lust and really disrespecting women like that, or even men, some women, then we will stay under control of lust. We have to choose. But lust is cause of everything. What deemed sexuality as low and really filthy and ugly. It's lust, not sexuality itself. Not making love, but lust. So lust must be transformed into love again. And let us all be blessed to transform our lust into love. I have done it, and I'm more divine sexual than I ever was, and I have no shame expressing it. But I want to tell it, and I did tell it how it is. It's nothing of this world. It's cause of heaven, not cause of hell. It's divine love. So let us all be blessed in divine love and stay hot, divine, and sexy as I am always. Blessed be. Oh, you are so sexy and hot and divine in your soul and body, all becoming one. God loves you and thinks you're sexy. God knows you're sexy and hot, even if you think you're not. God knows. I know. I feel. Yeah. The source, the Father, is all aroused by all sexy goddesses, but divine sexually charged and charging everybody with love. Out of this world. And every man who's lusty, he will get smacked by the fire. We need to stop abusing the goddess for their own pleasure. Oh. Be blessed, everybody. Namaste. Namaste.